In India, an anti-corruption hunger strike by the self-styled Gandhian activist Anna Hazare is in its 11th day. The 74-year-old, who's reportedly weak but stable, has vowed to continue fasting until the government passes a powerful anti-corruption law. Mass demonstrations across the country have shaken the coalition government, already tainted by a series of multi-billion-dollar scandals. But as India correspondent Richard Lindell reports, it's the daily graft as much as high-level corruption that's brought tens of thousands onto the streets. India correspondent Richard Lindell reports.
Like many other poor migrants, Sanjay Yadav has come to Delhi in search of a better life. He earns just a few dollars a day, most of which he sends home to his family in a neighbouring state. Sanjay says he could earn more, but for the bribes he has to pay to bureaucrats and police to stay on the road.
If you go for a driver's licence, you pay a bribe. If you go to the vehicle registration office, you pay a bribe. You drive on the roads, you pay a bribe. You commit a crime, you pay a bribe. You don't commit any crime, you pay a bribe. Bribes are everywhere in Delhi.
In India, everyone has stories of corruption. It's been a part of daily life for generations. But a young and increasingly well-educated middle class is now challenging the old order. And it's taken a 74-year-old to tap into the discontent of the nation's youth.
We are here to support Anna Hazare because as we can see that everywhere the corruption is increasing day by day. And we are today's generation, so we should stand for Anna and stand for corruption, stand against corruption.
His solution to corruption is the creation of an ombudsman with the powers to investigate all public officials, from a low-level bureaucrat to the Prime Minister. Anna Hazare's supporters say the government's version of the bill would only cover a fraction of India's 4 million public servants.
So only 60,000 would come within the investigative ambit of this ombudsman which the government wants to create. And even from that, the Prime Minister, the judiciary and the members of Parliament are excluded.
That would mean it would have little power to investigate the corruption scandals that have shocked India over the past year, including the billions lost to the Commonwealth Games. Corruption has robbed most Indians of their share of economic growth. Arun Kumar is a professor of economics and author of one of India's most comprehensive books on corruption. He says leakage through the black economy has been a key factor in keeping 800 to 900 million Indians in poverty on annual incomes below $1,000.
India has been losing roughly 5% rate of growth since the mid-70s. So today, India's economy would have been about 6 to 7 times larger. So it would have been roughly about, say, $8 to $9 trillion instead of the $1.2 or $1.3 trillion that it is. And therefore, per capita income would have been 6 to 7 times also larger. And India would have been the second largest economy after the US.
The scale of corruption and its impact on India's poor and middle class has brought tens of thousands onto the streets. For many of the people here, Anna Hazare is a modern-day Gandhi. But his tactics of a fast till death have been criticised by other social activists who say he's holding the parliament to ransom.
Gandhi never used fasts as a way of blackmailing the government, even the colonial government. He went on fast when his own people were behaving in a manner which was not consonant with his own principles of toleration and secularism.
The government also argues that Anna Hazare's methods are undemocratic. But for most Indians, the government lost its case for democracy when it arrested 1,400 peaceful demonstrators last week. Richard Lindell, Lateline.